I've been here before, staring up at the mountain, facing insurmountable odds, an impossible challenge, and I've persevered. I've won 4 fantasy football championships in a row in my old league. So I can't stand here and hate on Larry, a multi-season champion, defending his fantasy football championship in the middle of the playoffs, standing tall, face to face. I can't hate on Kyle. I beat him in week 1. He beat me in week 14. He got his revenge. Right when I could have used a first round bye. But obviously it didn't matter. Here we are in week 16 with none of these players relevant. Then there's my opponent, my brother-in-law, the commish, a man faced with an impossible decision. Commission his fantasy football league objectively, fairly, or lose his friends? Obviously, we know which choice he has made, but I digress. I can't hate him either. In fact, I love him. I love Courtney. Not you, Courtney. Courtney, his sister. His wife and kids are family to me. That's why I dropped Tony Pollard. So he could pick him up. I'm sorry. Is someone still crying about that? Because I didn't want any part of the Titans offense anymore? A player who put up single-digit weeks twice as often as he didn't. And even then, it was about 14 before I dropped him. No, I don't want any part of that. And I'm happy that someone found him useful. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry that Marcel didn't make the playoffs. Because it would have been my greatest joy to have stomped him out of competition last week instead of Danny. But the fantasy gods are cruel, as you all know. Which brings us to this week. Once again, it brings me no joy to have to face week 16, the semifinals against my own brother-in-law. But I know he wouldn't hesitate for 1 second to step over my lifeless corpse for the opportunity to compete in the championship. So unfortunately, that's how I have to play it. Think about this. I may have to live the rest of my days never being his children's favorite uncle again. Is a simple fantasy football championship worth giving up the adoration of your nieces and nephew? Obviously, the answer is yes, but my point is, it's a very painful decision. Not a difficult decision, but a very painful one. And that's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. Week 16. 4 teams to go. 2 matchups until the championship. Nothing but pain. So believe me when I say the best outcome for all of your friendship is for the professor to emerge victorious. Because when I win, at least then, there's no hard feelings toward any of your comrades. There's no animosity against anyone who defeated you. No. All the villainy is placed solely on the professor, which quite frankly is no different from how this entire season started. And look at how far you've come. You've rallied together against me. You've united in your hatred. And for that, I say, you're welcome.